Good morning, students. Today we are going to study the poem The Dolphins by Carol Ann Duffy. But before we start with the poem, let me give you a brief introduction of the poetess. Carol Ann Duffy is a Scottish poet and playwright. She is a professor of contemporary poetry at Manchester Metropolitan University, and she was appointed Britain's Poet Laureate in May 2009. She was the first woman and the first Scot to hold this position. Before her, no woman ever occupied this position or held this position of a poet laureate. Her famous collections include Standing Female Nude, written in 1985, which was a winner of the Scottish Arts Council Award. Then Selling Manhattan, she wrote in 1987, which won a Somerset Maugham Award, and Meantime in 1993, which won the Whitbread Poetry Award. The poems of Carol Ann Duffy address issues like oppression, gender bias, and violence. In an accessible language, in a very normal, common language, she talks about these issues that have made them popular in schools. So that is one of the reasons why her poems are popular in schools and why we are studying her poems. So uh, the dolphins. Coming to the poem, The Dolphins. This particular poem, Dolphins, it is in the form of a dramatic monologue. Means there will be one speaker throughout the poem, one person doing all the talking in the poem, besides the poet. Except the poet when any other character does all the talking. So then the poem is in the form of a dramatic monologue when there is no other speaker. So this poem is in the form of a dramatic monologue, and this poem has been written from the perspective of a dolphin. The dolphin in this poem remembers its previous life of freedom when it was in the ocean, previous and blissful life in the ocean, and compares that life in the ocean to her present life, right? Which is of confinement in an artificial pool. With the dolphin, this dolphin's present life is in the pool, and she goes into the flashback and remembers about her past. The poem talks about oppression and lack of freedom, ill treatment towards animals. These are the major themes of this poem. It also broaches the idea which have to do with animal welfare. So animal welfare is one of the main themes of this poem, which we are going to do today. We are taken to the world of dolphins and we are asked to understand their imprisonment by humans. Right? How a dolphin feels. We just keep them in captivity for our entertainment, for our enjoyment. But nobody tries to understand the pain and the suffering, the agony of a dolphin, which the poetess has tried to express through this poem. Starting with the first stanza, world is what you swim in or dance. It is simple. We are in our element, but we are not free. Outside this world, you cannot breathe for long. The other has my shape. The other's movement forms my thought. And also mine. There is a man and there are trees. There is a constant flowing guilt. So, in this stanza, the dolphin is remembering about her past. So, the dolphin says that the dolphin is remembering its previous life. It was in the ocean before it was brought to this pool by the man. So, it remembers its life in the ocean and it's talking about the experiences of being confined in a pool or an aquarium with another of its kind. Now, so the dolphin is saying that there is the other has my shape, means there is one more dolphin along with the speaker. Means along with the dolphin who is doing all the talking, who is talking in the poem, there is one more dolphin along with her. It's written, the other has my shape. Others movement forms my thoughts. So it makes it clear that there is one more dolphin along with this one. So the first line, in the first line, the dolphin says, the dolphin defines what is the meaning of world for a dolphin. It says world is what you swim in or dance. It is simple. So the dolphins have a very simple definition of a world. Means where you can swim in and you can dance freely. Means there is no restriction. Right? Your movements are not restrained. That is the definition of world. We are in our element, but we are not free. The meaning of element here is water. Of course, if you have to keep the dolphin alive, then you will have to keep it in its element, that is water. Now the word we. The word we here means the collectiveness of their suffering. Here the dolphin is talking not only about itself. The speaker is not only talking about herself. The dolphin is talking about all the other dolphins or all the other animals which have been kept in captivity by human beings, who are captured by humans for their entertainment or to fulfill their selfish needs. So that is why we are in our element, but we are not free. Though we have been kept in our element, we have been kept in water. There is water in the pool also, in the aquarium also, where the dolphins are kept. But still we are not free. And why have we been kept in this element? Because outside this world, you cannot breathe for long. A dolphin cannot survive outside this element that is outside water. So, though we are kept in water here also, we were in water in the ocean also, but still, what is the difference? That we are not free. The other has my shape, the other's movement form my thoughts. So the dolphin says that I have another dolphin. There is one more dolphin along with me, and her condition is also similar to mine. Her appearance is similar to me, and her condition, her situation, her pain, her suffering is also like mine. Means both of us are undergoing the same things, the same pain. And also mine. There is a man and there are hoops. So then the dolphin says that there is a man outside the pool who is controlling us. This line means that there is the this line means that there is the man who is controlling them, right? Whose instructions they have to follow. Means who is their owner now? This man is perhaps the one who has brought them there from the pool, right? So there is a man and there are hoops. So there is a man who has enslaved us, and then there are hoops. You must be knowing what are hoops. They are like huge rings. Gymnasts, they use hoops, and the dolphins are also supposed to, you must have seen in the television, the dolphins are supposed to jump through the hoops, right? So there are hoops which they make use of to perform tricks, right? So there is a constant flowing guilt, right? And so the guilt is a metaphor here, basically for an ecosystem that is entirely unknown. So here constant flowing guilt refers to the necessity of creating an artificial habitat, because it's talking about the guilt of humans, right? The humans, they will have to create a artificial habitat for the dolphins, and that is constant flowing guilt means they will have to pump the water into the pool. The water needs to be flowing, or else the dolphins will die. They cannot be kept in the same water throughout their life. The water needs to be the continuous pumping needs to be done so that water is changed. So guilt is a metaphor here that is used by the poetess. We have found no truth in these waters. So the dolphin says that the pool where we are kept, these waters means the water of the aquarium, the water of this artificial environment. We have found no truth in this water. Means this is not the right place to which we belong. This is not our natural habitat. We don't belong to this place. This is an artificial environment, an unnatural place where we are kept. So this is something which is false. We were not born here. So this place is not natural to us. We naturally don't belong to this place. We have found no truth in these waters. No explanation trembles on our flesh. So no explanation trembles on our flesh means, see, the dolphins, uh, they possess some kind of sonar abilities, right? Sonar abilities are, they have been gifted with sonar abilities. It means that they can detect the objects. If there is some danger, the dolphins can detect those dangerous objects in the ocean by emitting sound pulses. So it's a reference to that. But when once they are in the pool, there is no danger at all. Only two dolphins are there. So there is no danger at all. So the dolphins don't feel any sensation, right? So that is what the dolphin is saying. No explanation tremble on our flesh. Means that they are not able to feel any kind of sensation. There is no sensation which is recorded by their bodies, their sensitive bodies, their bodies which have the ability to detect these sonar abilities which are possessed by their bodies. Here they don't need to detect anything. Right? So we were blessed and now we are not blessed. We were blessed means when we were in the ocean, when we were in the sea, then we were blessed. Our life was happy, right? Joyful. But now in this pool, in this artificial environment, right, which is not our natural habitat, we are not blessed. We are not happy. We are suffering, right? We are in pain. After traveling such space for days, we began to translate. And see, a pool or an aquarium will have limited space. So the dolphin says, after traveling such space for days, means when they came to this pool in the beginning, everything must have been new to them. But now, because they are moving in the same limited space from morning till night, so now they recognize the entire aquarium. There is nothing new for them to find out in the aquarium. But if they would have been in the ocean, a dolphin cannot travel throughout the ocean and cannot be acquainted with the entire ocean. So that would have been difficult for them to translate and difficult for them to understand. But in this pool where they don't have any dangers, where they are secure and the space is also limited, so throughout the day they keep on traveling the same space, and now they have become very well acquainted with the entire aquarium. It was the same space. So now they have realized, they have understood that it is the same space in which they travel throughout the day. It's the same space always, and above it is the man. And who is above us, controlling us? It is the man. It is the man who is controlling our lives now, right? So in every stanza, the last line talks about the man, because the poetess wants to tell us about the man's superiority over other species, right? Because man considers himself to be superior to other species, and so he has always been controlling other animals in the nature. And now we are no longer blessed, for the world will not deepen. So the dolphin says that now we don't feel blessed any longer. Why? Because this world will not get deeper for us to dream in. Means our desire will never be fulfilled. Our desire to be in that deep world, that is the pool, that will never be fulfilled. We will have to live the rest of our lives in this limited space. We know this reality. We have accepted this reality because for the world will not deepen to dream in. It means the dolphin is talking about the loss of freedom. freedom which is like a dream to a dolphin. That will perhaps that dream will never be fulfilled. The other knows and out of love reflects me for myself. Means the dolphin is saying that the other dolphin who is along with this, the speaker one, the speaker, the other dolphin in the pool also knows, also understands my helplessness, right? Both the dolphins are in a helpless situation. So that is what she is talking about. The other knows and out of love reflects me for myself. And we love each other, so we are reflecting each other's pain, each other's suffering. We see our silver skin flash by like a memory. So the dolphin says that we see our silver skin flash by like memory of somewhere else. See, when they were in the ocean, oceans are open, right? So then their bodies they used to shine because of the rays of the sun. So, but these things, our shining bodies, seem to me now as memory of somewhere else. It means that it seems as if this is something which is very distant and very remote because now our bodies don't shine at all because of the sun's rays they don't fall on us. The pool or the aquarium must be a covered thing where the sun's rays they don't even reach. So that is why the dolphin says that we see our silver skin flash by like memory. So this seems to be like a remote memory that our skin used to shine because of the rays of the sun. When the rays of the sun they used to fall on our bodies, our skin used to shine like silver. There is a colored ball. We have to balance till the man has disappeared. Now what we have, now what has it been replaced with? It has been replaced with a colored ball. And we are supposed to balance this ball till the man has disappeared. As long as there is a man who is controlling us, we will have to do whatever we are instructed to. So again, in this line also, the poetess has tried to express and reveal the fact that the dolphins are under the control of man. So, in the last stanza, the poetess says, the moon has disappeared. So now we can no longer see the moon. See the moon. The moon has disappeared for us. Again, because they are in an enclosed space. The sun and the moon are not visible from their aquarium or the pool. We circle well-worn grooves of water on a single note. So the single note means the whistle which is blown by the man. So the dolphin says we circle, we make a particular type of, we perform a particular type of movement, like a particular type of dance we are supposed to perform on a single note. That is, whenever the man whistles, we are supposed to move in a particular musical rhythm. Right? The same moves we perform every day. Music of loss forever from the other's heart, which turns mine own to stone. So, and I can understand the music of loss forever. I know that this is the music which is played, and on this music which we have to perform, which has become very monotonous for us because every day we are circling in the well-worn grooves, right? Every day we are doing the same kind of movement. So it has become monotonous for us. There is no joy, there is no thrill in our life. And the music on which we perform, it seems like the music of loss forever. Means we know that our loss, what have they lost? They have lost their freedom. So the dolphin understands that they have lost their freedom forever. Means they will never be able to go back to their previous life. They will have to live and die in this pool only. Music of loss forever from the other's heart, which turns mine into stone. So the dolphin says that this music of loss, I can understand the pain of the other dolphin. Pain of the other dolphin turns mine own into stone, right? Because I can see the other dolphin also suffering with me, right? So I have been the mournful voice of the dolphin's companion, right? Why the mournful voice? Because they have lost their freedom and they have lost their happiness. So that music of loss from the other dolphin has turned the speaker dolphin's heart into a stone. There is a plastic toy, there is no. And what is there? Now they only have the plastic toy. And what is missing? Hope. This actually talks about the hopelessness of the dolphin, right? There is no hope of freedom, right? There is no hope of happiness. We sing to the limits of the spool until the whistle blows. And what do? We go to the limits of the spool. We go to the depth of the spool, to the bottom of the spool, until the whistle blows. And then what does the man do? The man blows the whistle. And then they are supposed to come up. There is a man, and our mind knows we'll die here. So, in the last line, the dolphin says, there is a man. We have accepted this reality that there is a man above us, right, who is controlling us. So, who has enslaved us. And we know that we will die here. The dolphin is aware of this fact that their lives will end in this pool. And it wants to say that the dolphin is also aware of the fact that they will definitely not live for a long period of time, because they have been removed from their natural habitat. So they are not happy. So if you just remove a person or plant also from its natural habitat, then it cannot survive for long, because for long, because it will not get it favorable environment, favorable weather conditions. So the dolphin says that they are not happy because they have been removed from their natural habitat, and so they know that they will die soon, and they know that there is no escape from this torture. As long as they live, they will have to do the same things, perform the same things for this man who is above us and controlling us. With this, we come to the end of this poem. Thank you.